Well, it's been over a year, and finally, Legendary Beast Studios Superman 1/3 scale arrived at the house today. Number 30. The box is huge. Honestly, I thought it was initially going to ship in two different boxes. So I'm curious to see what this looks like when I open it up. Box overall is about 75 pounds, a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, the shipper was completely ruined as this was left out in the rain. Let's open it up. An awesome collector's guide was located right on top of the box when I opened up the shipper. This is actually going to show you the different portraits, your packaging. This is the Premier Edition. It did have a regular edition available. The one I ordered was the darker suit. Don't know if I'm going to regret that or not yet. Decided against the Premier Edition. I do know some people that ordered both. Stuart Murray. A little bit about the statue and the base. A little note to fans of LBS. And our credits. Again, pretty mammoth-sized packaging here. Without question, the largest box I've ever received, collecting for the past 10 years. Here's our first layer, which includes the Man of Steel and a pretty big cape. One of the primary portraits here. I know some collectors will be very, very happy to see the yellow S on the back of the cape. Just huge. Just to kind of give you a scale here. So I think I should share, this portrait is phenomenal. I was a little nervous initially with the Alex Ross portrait, but boy, this really looks great in person. I don't think the video is doing it any justice whatsoever. The body cast is huge, easily weighs about 15 to 20 pounds. I'll have to check that. Layer 2 includes the base, the additional portraits, and the shields. Here is the Prestige portrait with the X-ray and heat eyes. There's a battery door right there. Again, it looks much, much better than what it's portraying on video, I promise you. Skin tones are fantastic on these. This is the second AR portrait, and I gotta tell you, with the exception of the eyebrows being a little different, kind of tough to tell the difference between the two. I'll have to check it out when I put it on the body. Really digging this. This is the Justice portrait. Again, the skin tones, the video does it no justice at all, coincidentally. Did notice a little bit of gray in the top of the hair. I don't know if that is on purpose or just some of the white of the packaging, I'm going to have to check that out. There's a little bit in the back too. It wasn't resting against the styrofoam there, so I'll check that out. But again, looks awesome. This is the bearded heroic pose. No gray there, so I am going to have to do a little bit of work to see if the styrofoam is on the non-bearded version, but really exceptional. The long-haired version looks great. Not my favorite version of Superman, but still. And the final portrait, the Man of Tomorrow portrait. I guess when I'm looking at them in person versus the video, it doesn't look as, I guess, cartoonish. As I look at the video and I'm actually looking at it live in person, just there is a difference. I think you will all be impressed and pleased with how the portraits look in person. So here are all 7 portraits. You'll see the body on my couch in the back. It was actually crushing the open box, so I wanted to put it in a safe area. Let's look at the base. So here we are. It's the front of the base. I can only imagine that the Prime 1 Studios 1/3 scale, which is significantly larger than this, is the only thing you can really compare it to. And the statues, both custom and commercial, that have been done in the past decade. It is huge, painted a beautiful bronze, telling the story of Superman all the way around. Both Krypton and his Earth parents here as well. Underneath it says Truth, Justice, and a Better Tomorrow under the eagle. You have his iconic pose as he tears open his shirt with his Earth and Krypton parents to the left and right of him. On the top, the Daily Planet, and for scale. Let's look at the back. A raised S in bronze, stars around the top and bottom. Only 1 keyhole. I was expecting 2. I was a little surprised when I saw the body. Why don't we check out the logos? Both the large and small symbols of hope. The Superman S. Not sure what I'm going to use for initial display. I mean, it's a pretty big statue. I might have to lean towards the larger S, just saying. So we're going to have to move the OG Sideshow piece to make room for display of Legendary Beast Studio. I have to find a great place, as this is one of my favorites, with the custom cape. Compliments of Dan. Dan, thank you. So I think I should share, I actually was able to wipe off the white residue that was from the styrofoam. So I'm going to start with the heroic pose. All right. Have it displayed currently in the office before it finds a new permanent position in my basement / new office / home theater. Just stunning. Really, really amazing. I can tell you right now, just watching the video as I shoot this, it is not anywhere close to doing it the justice it deserves. It really is amazing. I trust there's some really good content providers out there that'll take some much, much better photos than what I'm showing you here, but wow, what an amazing piece. I'm gonna remove the larger S, place the smaller one. I think I might like that a little bit better, to be honest. From a size perspective, those of you who might know this particular custom piece, though that is a quarter scale flying, it's still about close to the same height, a little bit smaller, maybe very, very close, because the pedestal there is a little shorter than the cabinet here, but oh man, it is really, really a great piece. A couple of additional portrait spots. This is the Alex Ross looking up. Probably, you guys are true Alex Ross fans. I probably should go right there. Just saying. This is the AR heroic pose. And again, I have to tell you, even better in person. I mean, this is a great looking statue. I'm actually happy I went with the darker color, though I do appreciate the light suit. And I thought that would actually pop a little bit. I'm kind of digging this. Here it is with the Prestige portrait. I did turn the switch on, but it didn't look like the eyes glowed, so there might be some kind of barrier to protect the battery life when shipping, so I'll check that out later. I didn't know if I was going to love it, but the beard looks fantastic. Beards have been in for a while now, so this is kind of working for me, as it probably should. I grew a beard myself, though it's a little more white than this. Okay, a lot more white than this. This is the Man of Tomorrow. And I have to tell you, I like that it's looking down, very serious, especially where I'll be sitting as I look up at it. Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, to me, this shouts Conan the Barbarian. I'm just saying. Again, not the biggest fan, but to each his own, right? I'm sure some people are going to love this. I mean, seriously, I have no idea which to display first. I think I'm going to go with this, the heroic pose. That is sure to impress a few people initially. I feel like I should wrap up by thanking Jay and the team at Legendary Beast Studios. They did such a great job kind of keeping all of us informed on where it was in the process, when it was going to be delivered roughly, and who to deal with on an international level with regards to shipping and receiving this statue. I also want to thank Brian at Hobby Maniacs. What a great overall transaction. Thank you so much. You earned a loyal customer here. I truly appreciate it.